Okay, hi everyone. I'd like to welcome you guys to my speech.
Hi.
I have a great story to tell you. Now this one's a funny, but it's a personal story about my sister Leslie. She's also known as the camera guru. So she will come up, she will have a camera in hand all the time, anywhere, at any time, ready and willing to take a picture. And she does not care. It could be at a wedding, it could be at a funeral, it could be at a picnic, or it could just be when you're eating in a restaurant or anywhere. And she'll tell you, smile, let me see those teeth. So you're like smiling and let you see in those teeth, and then like 30 seconds later you're like, and it made me think of but we appreciate Leslie, and she does, you know, post quite a few really nice pictures on Facebook, and she makes it so our family can have a lot of nice pictures. But I have to laugh. There's a guy that wrote a book. His name is Chuck Palahniuk, and he wrote a book, a novel actually, on the invisible monster, and in it he says that he says you can only smile so much before it's all teeth. But actually, you know, there's so much more to a smile, and that is really what I'd like to share with you guys today. So smiling in itself is simple, and it's very easy to do. According to dictionary.com, it's an upturning of the corners of your mouth. So everybody could basically do a smile. Okay, smiling takes place. Studies have shown that smiling first takes place inside the womb. And I had the pleasure of seeing that when I got to go see the sonogram of my grandson Salvatore. So that was a real blessing. Smiling is a natural response to the simple pleasures of life. So in the things in which we enjoy seeing every day. So if I see one of my grandbabies, it's just natural to smile. You know, smiling is universal. You know, it's common to all people, and people all over the world smile. There's a man his name is Paul Ekman, and he actually is a world-renowned known all over the world for his studies on facial expressions. And so he went over to New Guinea and did a research on a cannibalistic tribe called the Fore tribe and their isolated Stone Age culture. And he found, when he put like index cards up to him and showed him different things, that these people smiled. He concluded that after his research and study on the Fore people, that all people, that smiling is universal, and that you know, we are as human beings hardwired to smile. And so that was his conclusion after, actually, and Fore was just one example. There was many places that he traveled and studied, and he sought out to speak on facial expressions, and is used by the FBI, CIA, and all over the place today. Smiling is beneficial to your appearance. You know, it improves your appearance and it makes you more attractive. It's a natural facelifter, and it makes you look younger. Smiling makes you look more confident and more successful. You know, if you're going to do a speech or anything, you know, even if you're going to go before a bunch of businessmen or your work, you know, you want to smile, because it does. People are attracted to people who smile. It's pleasant to look at. Smiling is beneficial to your health, and boy, I have a little thing here I want to read you because it's so worth it that you'll appreciate it. Okay, Ronald Rigo, in PhD in Psychology Today, wrote an article titled "There's Magic in Your Smile." The author states that smiling activates the release of neuropeptides that work toward fighting off stress, and the feel-good neurotransmitters, dopamine, endorphins, and endorphins are the natural painkillers, and serotonin. So dopamine, endorphins, and serotonin are all released when a smile flashes across your face. Wow. I mean, that's amazing, cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
Smiling lowers your heart rate. It reduces your blood pressure. It relieves stress, as we just read about. It boosts your immune system and causes you to be more productive. It's a natural painkiller, as we saw with the endorphins being released. It adds to our longevity, And here's an interesting fact about that. A Wayne State University project in 2010 actually did a research on baseball cards, major league players on baseball cards. And they found with the baseball cards, with the players that actually smiled for their pictures and really smiled big, that they actually had a lifespan of 7 years longer than the person that didn't smile. And I thought that was very interesting. Okay, smiling has social benefits, and these are amazing. They're, on top of the health benefits, these are going to amaze you. Smiling is a powerful tool. It can change an atmosphere. It has been said that smiling is such a powerful weapon that it can literally break ice. Smiling helps spread happiness. It feels good, and it helps others to feel good too. Smiling helps change the way we view others, and it helps others change the way they view us. Mother Teresa once said, "Peace begins with a smile."
Really?
Yeah. Okay, smiles are contagious. When you share a smile, it's natural for others to want to smile back at you.
I see that all the time.
Smiling helps spread happiness. It feels good to smile, and it helps others feel good too. Okay, smiling helps change the way we view others, and it helps others change the way they view us, which I already said, so that's okay. I just repeated myself. So, okay, so I just have one more on social. Smiling makes us more approachable.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it encourages trust and helps build relationships. It helps build our social and personal success. As I stated earlier, you know, that it makes us more confident and successful because when we stand before people. Gracie Gold once said, "Always wear a smile because you never know who's looking at you." Isn't that good? I like that. Okay, for your mental and emotional, smiling, it helps you to stay positive. It lifts your mood mentally and emotionally and helps you to think better, you know, which helps you to go about your day better. It's a good defense mechanism against, you know, embarrassment or injury. It's also, you know, really good to show empathy. You can show empathy with a smile. Smiling has spiritual benefits. It gives you an inner peace and makes you feel fulfilled. It helps with those feelings, of natural feelings. You know, your faith is more believable to other people if they feel that you believe it first. And that's evident. That's usually evident in a smile. So, you know, with my conclusion, I would like to say to you guys that, you know, smile and just try to smile often because it is really good for you. Okay, so I would like to also say, can I ask you guys, would you like to ask any questions?
I would.
Okay.
You know, my blessing is that I was born with a happy spirit. And my dad, in fact, called me Grinny Linny because my name's Lynn. I smile a lot, and I see a lot of those things that you said, I see in my own personal experience as truth. I guess one thing that really interested me that I'd like to know more about was, and I'll research. First of all, there was a name you mentioned,
Paul Ekman,
who did the studies, and I'd be interested to read some of his work. Also, if you talk a little bit more about the womb and your experience with how you saw that the fetus smile, and any documentation you might have about that.
Yeah, actually I do have documentation. My daughter-in-law gave me, Kat gave me pictures, images. I went in with her and they did 3D imaging. And in this 3D imaging, you could see the baby in full detail and dimension. And I saw the baby, you know, stick his both thumbs near his mouth. I saw him stretch. I saw him smile. I mean, it brought tears to my eyes because it's almost shocking to see a small infant. I mean, not even an infant. You're talking about a fetus that you can actually see move, cry, yawn, open its mouth, open its eyes, open and close its eyes, and smile.
Right.
Yeah.
That gives a lot of...
And one other thing he did that we cracked up over is he stuck his tongue out and, just did his lips like this. So it was sweet, but yes, and I will get you the information on Paul Ekman.
That'd be great.
Very interesting, and
Thank
they
you.
actually use him all over the world, and that's where, you know, when you look in a image, when you're looking into a camera today in scientific and stuff, he helped develop a way to familiarize faces because he's done thousands of facial images and stuff. But yeah. Okay, Mother, do you have a question?
It's not a question. I just want to say that I really enjoyed your talk, and it made me smile.
Me too.
I love it. How about you, Carol? Do you have anything? No questions? Lynn, do you have one more? Because I need at least 3.
Okay. When you were talking about the mental and emotional and social and spiritual benefits of a smile, do you think that a lot of that has to do with the release of those happy hormones?
Oh my goodness, yes, thank you, because I had that in my notes, but I didn't have them to give. Yes, because what happens is when you smile, okay, when you literally smile, your eyes crinkle and you've got a nice big smile going, there is a flush of blood that goes to your frontal lobe. And when that rush of blood goes to your frontal lobe, you'll see that the endorphins, all the neurotransmitters and the neuropeptides are all released. And as a result, we have a chemical reaction that goes through our whole being. I mean, like I said, it has the power to release. It has the power to uplift your mood, uplift your mental, your emotional state, your well-being. And so it is good for you spiritually because overall, your well-being is lifted up. And yes, it's very excellent question.
Okay, and I have one more question, if I may. I think I read that it takes more muscles in your face to it's harder to frown than it is to smile because it takes more muscles.
Yes. Okay, so that was another thing I did research out, and that is true. Actually, smiling is a natural response, and it doesn't take as many muscles. It's just quick and natural. A frown or a scowl, if you try it literally does take more muscles. That is scientifically proven. It's biologically proven that is true. I have another interesting tidbit for you. It's hard for you and I to look face to face, and for you to have a scowl on your face while I'm smiling about you. It's hard for you to look at me with a scowl on your face
and maintain that scowl.
With a scowl on your face and think happy thoughts about me. But if you have a smile on your face, it's hard for you to think negative thoughts about me. So I guess the lesson here is smile more and smile often. So I'd like to thank you guys for coming. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Excellent. That was really interesting. It really